good. Hello and welcome back everybody, this is Space Engineers Permadeath Survival. You're here with me, Prime, and yeah, we're gonna have a bit of a job on our hands today. We are still waiting for Jules to make his way to the center of the planet. This is exactly where we left off last time, but this time what we've got to do is retrofit our hopper. Being that we haven't got a jetpack, we've got the issue of if we get loose from the hopper for any reason, it's going to be exceedingly difficult to recover ourselves. And the only way we can mine at the moment is by standing with our mag boots on here and mining an asteroid that we park alongside. What I'm thinking is there a way we could add some kind of like a drill rig on here? We don't really want to be like doing a whole trip up for the sake of 1 or 2 cargo container loads. I would rather be able to do that, yeah, a little less often, you know, just maybe find some way of gathering ores up there and sending it back down to here without having to take the hopper back down every single time, because we're on Pertam, we're at 1.2 G gravity. It's expensive in ice to get up there, not to mention a bit risky. What I want to do, this is small grid, we have no means to build any kind of assembler on here, we don't have any of those mods, but what I want to do is bring the resources up to start a little bit of an operation up there. Right, so we have 3 cargo containers with which we can store components for various projects up in space. I wouldn't mind some kind of a slightly more permanent presence up there. I think the very first thing we absolutely must have on our build planner here is a refinery. I think it can be a basic refinery to start with, but if we could go industrial, so we have a large grid one of them onto there and we need an assembler. Oh no. We might have some trouble on the way. So keep our eyes open for any new red markers. They can take a few seconds sometimes to start to show. The last time it's happened was when we were welding up this, and it took a good few seconds for something to appear. What exactly was shouting at us? Research base. Here we go. We've got a mayfly coming. Not much I can do about that right now. Screw it. I'm going to actually defend it if I can. What's this mayfly doing? Come from way back there, so oh, here we go, getting some altitude. Let's make sure we've got some cover here. I don't think that's going to... I just don't know what the range is on this thing. Hits there. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Anything still alive on this thing? trying to take anything off it. I'm just trying to disable its ability to move. Right, let's get everything out of here. Right, keep our eyes open for anything new as well, because like there could be something else coming. Yeah, remote control block self-destructs it. Okay, so that probably did a fair wad of damage to this thing. Yeah, we lost something here. I'm not sure what it was. What was there? Was it a battery? Battery... Yeah, I think it was a battery. Aha. Okay, let's repair that very quickly. You see, there we are. There's a problem. I mean, it's not so much an issue of being shot at. It's frigging kamikaze things getting shot down into your stuff. Now, this reiterates exactly why we're setting up some sort of a defense program and why it's worth sending Jules down to the center of the planet. Once he's down there, the GPS that he's going to allow us to create will act as a permanent marker for like orbital insertions. There we go. And we got this poor thing fell off. So we'll put that back on. There we go. Any other damage? Yeah, we're okay. Tiny bit of damage there. Right, back to what we were doing. So we were going to put an assembler. Don't want that one, I want that type. It's the same resources, but you know. And a refinery. We also need the resources for a cargo container. Let's have a large. At least one. It's quite a lot of resources, but it should be okay. Power wise up there, it's going to have to be solar panels. I should be able to manage with those resources there. So we'll pull these and we'll start stashing them into here. Now the sort of asteroid that we're looking for to start our base. Actually, did I just put a load of like rubbish in there? Scrap, no good. Yeah, the kind of stuff that like we're looking for up there is somewhere with plenty of, well, obviously all the asteroids have plenty of stone. That's not a problem. We need good like visible sunlight as much of the time as we can, so like we're not risking running out of energy too often. We want access to cobalt, ideally magnesium nearby. Or iron. So just either, it's either going to make it quick and easy to build the base, or it's going to make it worth building a base to retrieve some resource that we need that we can't get here. Oh, 4 things could not be deposited. Are you full? You're full. That's why we put 3 in. Keeping my eyes open because they could easily just send something else after me again, because we just destroyed their last one, which made us less friendly with them. We weren't really friendly in the first place, but how am I on ammo? Personal ammo. 5 cartridges left. Cartridges. Yeah, whatever. Okay. I think that's everything. Right, what else do we need? What's our mass right now? It's not gone up by too much. We've added a lot more thrust since we built this thing, so now's the time to think about what else we need while we're here. how's our ice situation? There's a bit, but we know where we can get ice up above, so we should be able to make it to that ice asteroid to get some more. Right. Okay, so we've got this situation where we have our little doorway and a place to stand. We should probably bring that out a little bit further. It would have been nice to be able to be retractable, as somebody suggested, but honestly, we just don't have the means to do that here. I need steel plate. I could make it flip down or whatever, but the problem is we've got to be able to seamlessly walk from inside here across to it. I mean, that already gives us a little bit of mag boot issue, but we don't want to make it any worse with something that could be a bit jittery or not smooth. That should be far enough, I think. I mean, that's a bit unpretty, but I think it's there for a reason. We can get rid of it later. Right, drilling wise, I mean, that's for using ourselves. Oh, do we? Yeah. If we land on an asteroid from here, how do we get off to start building something? That's actually a problem. I don't think we can use this like this. Maybe we could... Let's go on the other side. Yeah, whatever. Ooh. See if we can get some stairs in here or something. I don't think there's a small good version of stairs. Okay, so we can't do it that way, but what I could do is build like a ramp. Maybe I can build a ramp. No. I'm gonna leave that like that for attaching something to later on. Might become a lot easier to do in a bit. I guess we just have to park it creatively. Should be fine. Right. Mining from up here. Could we do that? Probably could. Well, that wasn't too bad. Okay. 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna put one of these in here and one of them in there just to prevent it from being a bit odd. And then we need a drill on the end of it. Do I still have a drill on here? Yeah.
Energy low.
Yep, energy's low. We may need a camera up on top of there. Right, we'll do this camera, then we'll run downstairs, get our energy up, heal our healths. Yeah. Okay. That should be fine. Let's take that down a bit. Did I just wind something over there? Nope.
Energy critical.
Yep. Okay, looks a little bit wonky, but it'll do. Go down and get healed up and energies. Okay, while we're here, I need to think about food supplies, so let's see what we have. We've got one of these in, another one of those in.
Storm inbound.
We are probably going to need a fair bit of like the foodstuffs because, quite simply put, we're going to be out for a little while, I think. Okay, so I've added a few steel plates, interior plates and large tubes, just the things that we might need initially or might have to wait a while for. I've got 20 food meal bar things, space meal bars. That should be enough to get us started. And we've got plenty of water, so what we need to do now is that I need to put something on the hopper that can help us conserve fuel on the way back in. Parachute. Hatch. 1, 2, I think. Maybe 4 would be a good idea. Actually, we need to place them in a good place so it doesn't like end up arse down first. I can't get up. I'm going to have to... Yeah, perfect. Right, so parachute hatches. It doesn't matter which way up they are. The main thing is that they have an inventory port somewhere. This seems quite central where the weight is. I think most of the weight's near the back actually, but there's not really anywhere here I can put them without starting to grind a lot of that off. What I'll do, I'll put a couple of hatches on here to keep the tail from smashing down. We also need to set up the mavs at some point. And a couple of hatches here to grab the front of it, and that should be quite even. Right. Yeah, 4 hatches there. That should be enough to at least help us on the way down, prevent us from like a catastrophic splashdown or overuse of thrusters. So now we need to create some canvases. Equipment, canvases, right. We've done 100. Yeah, we'll leave a few of these in so watercrafting can do its thing. If you take them out all straight away, then they don't necessarily register it and keep them replenished. So we'll take 20 out of here. Okay, so we'll just stash those in here for now. Along with them. Turn everything on and check that those hatches are getting the stuff they need. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so they're all getting that. We need to group those hatches. Parachutes, chutes, and now what we need to do is set them up. So for now they're going to be off, and we'll just stick them on our HUD on second position. Groups, chutes, turn them on. Make that off. We'll have them separate so that we can't accidentally like double tap and turn them back off again. Yeah, open. I don't want to put closed all the way over there. I want it there, so closed. Is that right? Yeah, okay. So parachute on or off. Deploy on 4. Close them again on 9. Which could be useful. Okay, that's fine. Now we need MAV controls. So I'm going to make some room on here because I've got too much crap sitting on the bar right here. So I'm going to put our camera controls over here. So cam view with our drill. Just so I can see that that's to do with that. And then cameras 1 and 2 can be separate. Down is going to be MAV. That's going to be MAV. There's no larges in here. Right, MAVs. I'm going to call them HMAVs just to make sure. HMAVs. Do toggle on off. That should be fine for them. I don't want to put it there. I want to put it there. And we need the Atmo thrusters on off. Oh no, they're already there. That's fine. Atmos, HMAVs there. Next to the landings. I think we're probably okay with all of this. In fact, I'm going to put that in the middle. Just to keep it out of the way. Right. We should actually be good to go. We have 100% hydrogen filled up at the moment. So no more last checks needed. Let's just turn all of that on. Turn these on. And then unlock. No. Unlock. Turn everything off. What's going on with our lockers? We don't weigh too much for these thrusters. That was turned off for some reason. Weird. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, now we're talking. Once we get up to speed. Just gonna bounce it. It's pretty quick. Gravity pretty low already. This is not bad. Okay, we definitely don't need our Atmos now. Gravity 0.37 now. Similar to lunar gravity, 0.25. Conserving fuel. This is a lot smoother than last time, when everything was going wrong. The last time we were kind of like stretching it. We had our atmospheric thrusters pointing in a different direction to our main hydrogen thrusters, which means we couldn't use both at the same time. Which is not great. Okay, we should be out of gravity fairly soon. I'm going to keep our thrust now at 50 meters per second, partly to reduce the risks of bumping into something, and partly because once we get out of gravity we want to be able to stop nice and easily without using a lot of fuel. We're using like no fuel right now, we're just using momentum now and the lack of gravity. So I kind of want to keep our momentum low right now because I want to be able to stop with as little thrust as possible. There we are, we're at 0 now. So dramatically stopping. So this is the point where I was pretty glad we weren't stopping from 100, because that would burn up almost as much fuel as it took to get to 100 in the first place. Not quite as much, but... Right, that's a silver asteroid. I think we want the ice one. So we're going to want Mavs on. We're going to want actually turn them off. Right. Where's our ice one? Right, there we are. So we need to make a stop off at the ice asteroid. It's 9Ks. So we're not going to get too much speed up. 20 will do. So we're just aiming for a trip down to the ice asteroid. We're going to use test our little drill out, get some ice, just so we can top ourselves back off. And then we're going to start the hunt for some kind of useful place for a base up here. We do have ammunition this time, so I hope we have. Yeah, we've got a few boxes of ammo. We've only got one turret, so it's for emergencies only. So just lining up the ball at the bottom right hand side of my main toolbar. We're coming in at that angle there, so we're going to have to start slowing down. Start bringing ourselves in that way. Cargo wise, we're like nearly half full, as you can see by the bar immediately above our toolbar. And the little bar hiding above that, I think the UI's put it a little bit too low down, but that's the drill's cargo itself. So we have that extra cargo there for drilled materials. I think we might be coming in a bit close to this asteroid. Yeah, we've definitely got some iron sitting on there. We've got to remember our side mavs are quite weak. Right, let's stop ourselves. Assert Pathfinder. 6 kilometers away and trying to get closer. So we might have to think about getting out of the way. Which way is he going? Might be going straight across, so we may be okay. I'm a little concerned about that Pathfinder. We're just gonna gently wait this out. I've got a feeling he might not get quite close enough to be a problem. Still getting closer ever so slightly. I think it is just going to drift past. I don't want to do anything dramatic right now, like trying to run, because it might not be necessary. But I also don't want to completely ignore the fact that it's there. I have a feeling 3.79 is its closest approach because it's holding at that for quite a while now, and it should start going up. There we are. I think we're completely in the clear. Right. Now this drill, let's get out of my seat for a second. See if I can get a good eyeball on it. Let's not get too close to the glass because it's like... Yeah, we're going to have to be very careful with our nose when we're using this drill. So, right, where did our ice go? It's right there. So, I'm going to just drift sideways a little bit. Enemy's still getting further away, we're good. Right. And then the ice marker is saying 22 meters away from me. I'm not sure how much I trust that. We're no longer moving. Okay, let's tap forward gently and aim our nose down just a little bit so that it's going to be the drill that hits first. Because the drills are quite tough. Drill should make contact any second. There we go. Let's turn our O2 gens back on, let them start to work on this ice. I think that's enough. And stop. Right, let's have a look now. How's this looking? Yeah, more than enough ice to do this job. Great. Okay, so now we need to start looking at trying to find ourselves somewhere to base ourselves on. So Jules is there. She's approaching the centre, which would be around about here, which puts our home base a bit off. So if we headed in kind of that direction to find an asteroid around here, we might be... Oh, let's just check. Let's check these out. if we can do some like mining of materials and then we would return them to an asteroid base, we can then launch them down to the surface with parachutes to safely return the goods down to like the base without having to spend a lot of ice ferrying it back and forth, which can help quite immensely when it comes to building our main base. Now, that could be especially useful for materials that we can't easily get on the surface, like magnesium, cobalt, silver. We wouldn't be able to do it with gold, because the nearest gold is on a moon somewhere. I don't think Pertam has its own moon. That would be Earth-like. Yeah, there's Earth-like. Not far away, actually. Right, we're heading to there. So let's see what that's doing to our trajectory about there. Okay. It's bringing it closer to the centre. In fact, this might be as central as it needs to be. Maybe a bit more north. Stop here for a second. We dropped jewels from the base. So technically if we lined up jewels in the base, that should be central. Which means we kind of need to go in that direction a bit. I've got a feeling the silver asteroid might be a good spot. What's this? ENSR military escort. It's not an enemy. Yeah, the simple fact that like Jules has been going straight down and we launched it from home base tells me that if we lined up Jules in the home base, we should be good. I think right where we are, we're just a little off to the too far left. But this is not a bad drop point right here. So I'm actually going to label this. I've also been looking at the next update, the signal update that Keen have been teasing recently. If you haven't seen the teaser, it's up on Steam at the moment. It's also up on YouTube. But yeah, it's looking like they're adding in some kind of remote control functionality that's a bit different, so that you can have signals on different bands. I mean, looking at Splitsy's latest video kind of explains it pretty well. You can have like radio communication between two blocks, two transceivers, and you can set them to a certain channel, and then when you trigger a transceiver, it does a thing on the other grid. And you can have like multiple things respond at the same time just by having them all on that same channel, waiting for that same signal. So that could actually, it's supposed to be coming up in May, so this month, so it could be quite useful for our missile launch system. We could channel them all together. May have to have like a relay somewhere, but we could chain them all together and launch all of them at the same time. Right, we don't need silver at this minute, so... Oh, we do need silver at this minute, actually, because when we get up here, we're going to want some sort of a respawn point. Stop! Carry on. Okay, it's dark as balls around here, so... Luckily we have lights. That's good enough speed. We're going so slow that our meter thing isn't reading anything. There we go. Let's get a bunch of silver. We're definitely going to need some to build some sort of a survival kit or medical room up here. What is that? Maricos. Coming in quite quick. Bit dangerously close. Where is he? It's up that way, so he's not going to see us anyway. 3.97 might be closest approach. Okay. So we're back up in space. We've not found what we're looking for just yet, so we are going to come back to this on the weekend, and hopefully we'll find what we were looking for, which is magnesium and cobalt, preferably within not too far away from our possible drop point, which is there. Yeah, there. Right, we'll catch you next time. Bye.